Jai Baba. Today I'm going to read something from Kabir and something from Francis Brabazon before I start my recent poetry. And this first selection is from an unpublished manuscript of Kabir's couplets, translated by Ferrum Workenboxwala, who was one of Baba's Mandali. God is all-powerful and makes the impossible possible. So I say that in this world, remembrance of Him is the only thing. Misery is lessened and disappears ultimately by taking God's name. If one remembers God continually, he becomes one with Him. When awake, remember God. When asleep, remember Him. Walking and acting, always have His image before you. If you have enemies as stars in the sky, but you have made God your own, not a hair of your head will be touched. Our heart should cry out, God, God. There is no necessity to use the mouth. He who remembers God inwardly, continuously, is a real saint. Worship Him inwardly with every fiber of your being. Thereby you are worshiping Him all the while. And that is the essence of real remembrance. Kabir. And now I'm going to read some excerpts from a talk that Francis Brabazon gave on the first anniversary of Baba's Amartithi. And he gave this talk in Avatar's Abode. 1 year ago today, beloved Baba covered his form with the veil of his compassion so that we would be led or driven to seek Him in the reality of Himself instead of clinging to Him in the shape of His love. By His act of dropping His body, He showed that He expected us to seek His reality, and He challenged us to measure up to His expectation. He came in order to go, and He went so that we would come. That is probably the true translation of the word avatar. But He has not gone anywhere at all. For to what place can He who is everywhere go? He was a silence which broke into thousands of melodies and then returned to itself so that we could sing and dance and be happy along the road to His door. He was Himself the original unique one who eternally is, giving each of us His own unique experience of Him, thus proving that the ultimate realization of each will also be unique. It was also time for Him to instruct us in some of the basic facts of life, that the world of matter is not the solid safety we fondly think it is, but only an appearance, a shadow of reality. That man is both an end and a beginning, a terminus and a setting out, the conqueror of the kingdoms of evolution, and a beggar before the courts of splendor at the capitals of involutionary consciousness. He did not this time say, "Take no thought for tomorrow." He told us, to take care of today. For according to what we do today, so will be tomorrow. And in the succession of todays will come the day of our appointment with him, the divine beloved. He said simply, "Don't come to me for benefits, for I know the time of everything. The time for you to be sick and healthy, poor and rich, lonely and sought after. Come to me to give me something, a little bit of virtue, a scrap of sin will do. For I am the perfect beggar who accepts with gladness whatever is put into his bowl." When this beautiful beggar comes again down the road, may we have nothing to offer him, neither sins nor virtues, poverty nor riches, accomplishments nor despair, because we have become the dust which clings to his feet. His "give me" was his divine condescension, for he lacked nothing. Yet, because we are all beggars, begging a little more understanding, a little more love, a little more of everything under the sun, he also must become a beggar. Otherwise, he would not be all things and conditions and people. How often I have sat before him in a surly mood, and he has asked me to give him a smile. What was a smile of mine to the sun which smiles on all the planes of consciousness? It was his way of saying, "Give me your moodiness so that I can smile in you also." What need had the poet of the original word to hear our verses and songs? Yet he would ask to hear them, so that one day his word would break open our cages, and we would soar into the boundlessness of his being. He begged from us so that we would need beg nothing but his love. And because we did not give him what he really wanted us to give, we are given over to grief. But grief is a luxury beggars cannot afford. There is no grief on the dust road, only longing. But there is no longing, only certainty. But there is no certainty, because everything depends on his whim. But his whim is himself, his own very nature. And in the likeness of that, he has made us, selves of himself, as drops of an ocean. All that we have to do is stop singing our self-song and sing the song of his name. His departure was his sign to us that it was time for us to depart from ourselves. His departing in silence was so that we would listen in the stillness of our hearts for his word of words. And the victory will again be his. Dear Bob. And now some recent poetry. Letter from the battlefield. Dearest, the recent war has taken its toll. I am writing while I still have time. Once, this body typified happiness. This body served us well. Someday, one never knows. It will surrender. It is true, it was misused in its youth. It was taken for granted for so many years. I now realize it was never mine to begin with. Friends ask about my mind. Its container held so much within it. Now my heart does all the work. Someday this mind will die. My mind took me on adventures. It took me sightseeing. I once thought I knew a few things. I realize I don't know anything at all. Maybe these last words are not true. I long to be closer to you. I know you are closer to me than my own breath. I thank you, beloved, for and with each breath. Dearest, I am wounded and broken. They say some things cannot be put back together. Come, beloved, and heal me with your touch. You are everything I've ever longed for. Oh, beloved, you are everything. He had to be human too. Anita calls me to the window just before bedtime. She says the stars are so beautiful tonight. I tell her my arthritic neck won't allow me to look up. I ask her to describe what she has seen. Memories of star-choked skies come flooding. Milky Ways, shooting stars, all manner of beauty. My life is a picture book with illustrated pages, each one curated for me by my beloved. We all see what we are granted to see. Some see darkness, others holy light. Some limitations, others infinite possibilities. We all walk a tightrope of our own making. Neck be damned. I walk to the window. How many lifetimes have I seen the same thing? I am overcome by something beyond my eyes. Today in the shower, it all came back to me. I was 7 or 8 years old, sleeping in a tent in our backyard. I had trouble sleeping due to unknown sounds. Animals, insects, they all set my imagination churning. I stepped outside to watch the night skies. I remember shooting stars at a crescent moon. One bright star flew through the fingernail moon. I thought of the vastness of infinity, thinking God was infinite, but he had to be human too. Missing you dearly. How did this all begin? When and where did it start? Was there a marker, a milestone, a moment? How many times have I wondered? Something comes and cannot be resisted. This impulse to be one with you. What remains of me that has yet to be undone? There is no normalcy within me. And yet I begin again each day, eyes opening, looking directly at you. Who is it I am talking to, if not to you? There are no doubts to be found any longer. The world has already left me. I need only look outside my window. The world no longer visits me. It has left me behind. Oh, beloved, you alone care for me. Only you nourish me. This life has become an endless undoing. Would that I could cut out all that is not you. But how can I do this on my own? I need you, beloved. You must do this for me. Hence, I was pondering the state of our union. Long before golden light entered this room, long before you opened my eyes, long before I began missing you dearly. A season for everything. We stand before you on the battlefield, our wounds glistening in the morning light. Each tells a story that only you know. Hard fought, hard gotten, hard won. A humiliation here, something too painful there. Rigidities, excesses, and everything in between. Some days we want to hide our head in shame. Others, we ride the chariot of your glory. The leaves have now mostly fallen. There is a season for everything. Soon tender buds will birth new life. We stand in mute testimony to the changes within and without. Was it yesterday or the beginning of time? You laid the cornerstone of this foundation. Oh, beloved, you are the only constant. Everything else crumbles and dissolves into nothing. Talking with a brother soldier yesterday, we heard news from the front lines. Stories of loss, serious, severe, painful, unmitigated disasters and ruin. We know our day will come. The fortunate few, ever willing, fighting for the imperishable truth, putting aside everything for his cause. I stand before you on the battlefield, my wounds glistening in the morning light. Will you send me back into the fray? Oh, beloved, you are the sun shining in me. And this is from a month ago, Christmas. The days are shorter, going faster. We are all waiting, all anticipating. The silence is palpable, manifest, so very present. The joy that Christmas brings. Yesterday, hundreds of robins flocked to the yard. A hallelujah chorus was heard on high. Later, a scented candle burned brightly, a divine memory of frankincense and myrrh. We all long to unwrap the one gift, the one that keeps giving and giving and giving, that which has no value in the eyes of the world, that which is unseen except by the fortunate. I swear I heard bells last night, drifting so near to sleep and yet I was awake. I could not sleep as the bells entered a secret place within me, a place of supreme wonder and joy. Oh, beloved, tears are falling. Is it helplessness and hopelessness? If so, let this trickle become a river. Let this river become flood tide. The Lord is always with us, whether the world recognizes him or not. The Lord is always with us. Rejoice. Let every heart rejoice. Show me your face. Show me your face, the lover silently whispers. Whether it be dark of night or the sunniest of days, show me your face. Show me your face. The heart's anthem in perpetual chorus. The false fabric is torn from this world. What is seen and what is heard by the lover? Light pours from an eternal sky. The ear becomes a receptacle of light. Your face reveals the inimitable truth. Your face is the utter fulfillment of longing. Your face is the mirror of God. Oh, beloved, give me sight so I can see only you. I sit, stand, and gaze through the heart's window. I forget myself when you are here. You are just over my shoulder. You are never beyond reach. Make me dumb and dumber still. Take away the clothing I once wore. Strip me of everything that is not you. Make me a stranger to my own self. Today, I look beyond the sky. I looked farther than any telescope can reach. I simply looked within myself. Oh, beloved, only you alone exist. Remembering. Last night, waking for the fourth time, I remembered something I'd been forgetting. A now common experience, a newer deja vu. I swore I would remember come morning. Waking, I watched the old oak for the longest time. There was no breeze to disturb the leaves. The silence settling my mind. Something else settling my heart. I called an old friend who sounded older, even though we had spoken just last week. I told him everyone needs prayers. Everyone needs to be remembered. The whole time we are remembering you. You are our history, geography. You are the map of our lives. We take you with us wherever we go. Each day a gift from you, helping us to love you more. Your silence rooted in me so long ago. Your seed of love germinated and flourishing. Everything else being swept away. Oh, beloved, every day a new adventure. What is your Advent but a divine adventure? Every moment coming closer to you, a fire of longing, the lover's duty, the flame of love, our life and our destination. Ineffable. A great blue heron descends, passing before the sun. A cloud of wings momentarily flashes nearby. It is the dead of winter, 2026. The camellia is blooming, a profusion of bees chasing themselves. Somewhere, a lover is looking at your photo, forgetting everything for an eternity of a moment. The sky above turns true blue. How does the blind man still see what is not there? A child's voice rises, carried by the noon breeze. There are no words, just an ineffable joy. There are 56 incarnate, God-realized souls at all times. You are the infinite one. Numberless souls belong to you. In a mud-thatched hut in Maharashtra, a couple eats their only meal of the day. Before partaking, they offer 7 grains of rice. Lord Krishna stands silently, flute in hand. Sometimes I don't know if I can continue. Will my legs carry me? Will the words come? You smile your abundant smile of love. During endless dreaming, you watch over me. Oh, beloved, this new year has just begun. It is the same old story in new attire. You are every crystalline instant, ever present. You are the light that shines in your lover's eyes. And the last one, grace. Advancing along the ever-flowing stream, a semblance of silence yearning to speak, stopping to rest on a long fallen hickory tree, observing a heart with 2 conjoined initials carved some time ago. Imagining a story someone once revealed, if only to no one in particular, in a quiet wood. Still, each of us carries a story only our beloved knows. The heart is the register of the presence of God. And so it goes, and so do we, merrily, as he is always at our side. Carve his initials on your beating heart. Forget yourself, forget everything, and remember him. The wheel of the world keeps turning. Some are crushed, some fly off. The will of God is unfathomable. So hold on, hold firm to his demand. We don't need a radio or television. We don't need newspapers or high-speed internet. You provide all that we could ever need. We find you in the temple of the heart. You enter the heart before we even know it. What unity is glimpsed in such moments? You always leave your calling card, the telltale sign of your grace advancing. Amazing grace. Happy Amritithi. Jai Baba.